Pump it up. Come on, let's go. Get in
Nope.
there. Come on. Got to pump it up.
Wow. Are you a star, Josh?
No.
No? No? Well, you're pushing 40, right? So you might as well get the substance.
Wow. Although out of the two of us, I think I'd be looking like the younger one.
Oh, Sue. Welcome back to CrossCut, guys. I'm your co-host, Chris.
And I'm your younger, more beautiful looking co-host that came out of Chris's back, Josh.
This week, I chose The Substance, starring Demi Moore, Dennis Quaid. Well, when it came out, I really wanted to watch it. I just never got around to it. And then when it was out of theaters, it was like, oh, you can't watch it anywhere. There's like no streaming services uh that I have never had them. It's only on Mubi.
Right, because it's a movie original, so it was only on Mubi streaming service.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna wait and wait and wait until I even tried finding it online, and I can't even find it anywhere, not even to download it, nothing. I'm like, damn. Uh, Holy crap, this movie.
It's my favorite movie of 2024.
This is a damn good movie. I really enjoyed it. I gotta ask, did this give you a very Kubrick feeling to it?
Yeah, like The Shining, kind of
The
with
Shining, Clockwork
the
Orange,
hallway
2001.
and the design of Elizabeth as she gets to the end. Basically, she looks like
Like,
the old lady from the bathroom in The Shining.
right. Or like in 2001.
You wrote the music, yeah. They even used the music from 2001 at the end.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Uh, I liked how how it progressed each time, and the Demi Moore's acting in this movie. Oh my God.
There's a reason why she got nominated for an Oscar.
She should have
Speaking of
won for
Oscars, Chris,
that. Huh,
true or false? This movie was nominated for Best Picture.
true.
Good. I know you were guessing, but yeah, good.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a horror movie that got nominated for Best Picture. Like that, this movie had a big this movie really like was like a big cultural thing when it came out.
Mhm.
And it didn't make a ton of money at the box office, but I remember this movie coming out. It actually premiered at TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival, which
Oh.
I went to last year. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I did not get to see this movie, but I remember this was like the hot movie at TIFF last year. And
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to go. It premiered opening night, and I was like, "Ooh, I'd love to go see this movie." I don't know what it's about. And the only like still image was the picture of Demi Moore looking in the mirror, and it didn't really say much
Oh,
about like what the movie was about.
okay.
And I was like, man, I'd love to go see this, but it was just so hard to get tickets for it. And then the movie eventually came out, like I think maybe later that month, so September of 2024. And I went and saw this in theaters, and it was me and maybe three other people in the theater. But
Okay.
man,
Damn.
what a wild ride I had. I was into it from the opening image. Like this movie had
Same.
me hooked right away.
Same. I was like, as soon as I saw the star, I was like, ooh, okay, okay, Hollywood. I'm liking this already. And then
Hmm.
um how it just progressed from Dennis Quaid's character. Oh my God, you want to hate him so much.
I love his character. He's actually my favorite character in this whole movie.
What?
He absolutely nails the sleazy producer role. And I've
Yeah.
worked in Hollywood. So have you ever heard the term Hollywood like fakeness, like Hollywood fake? Like this person's like fake in Hollywood. You ever heard that term?
Oh, like, yeah. Hmm.
So that's basically what if you never understood what that meant, like
That's
if
him.
what does it mean to be like fake? Like that's him because he is so like he's a certain way to your face,
Yeah,
but when he's like the scene with him in the bathroom on the phone,
right.
This is network TV, not a fucking charity. Find me somebody new.
that's just how and there's I've met people like that and they're always like the higher ups, but yeah, that's Dennis Quaid is just great in this, and it makes you really in the mood for shrimp. So Dennis Quaid is my favorite character in this movie just because of his personality. And you don't expect it from like Dennis Quaid, but he was just so he
Oh
just
yeah.
went for it and I loved it. I just love the outgoing personality that he brought to it. And his like the way he says lines, it almost sounds like he's talking like a little kid. My favorite line is still smile. Pretty
Pretty
girls always
girls. Smile.
smile.
Pretty girls should always smile.
Just the way he like says that is just like so condescending, but I love it.
Oh,
So yeah,
incredibly.
Dennis Quaid is great in this movie. Not a ton of big names, but the three names that carry it, they carry it very well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. I after the accident that she
Hmm.
has, and she the young nurse, doctor, technician, whatever you want to call him, and you see his like scar on his hand. It's like that's I already knew that he's on the substance.
Hmm.
Like you know or automatically before he even gives her the drive and everything. So like okay, but I kept wondering when is he coming back, you know? And he does. You know, he does eventually in the diner. And it's
Hmm.
like, okay, okay. But I like the idea that the whole substance thing is that it comes from you. It's all you. It's not two different things.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA, starting a new cellular division that will release another version of yourself. This is the substance.
But then you have that like split personality almost.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to bring that up because I was thinking about this more watching it this time than I did.
Mhm.
This is probably the third time I've seen this movie, the first time in theaters, and I
Mhm.
rewatched it at home. So I was trying to kind of understand more because that was the one part I remember originally I was still a little unsure of as far as how does it work with the two of them, and I think I kind of have it down to where so it's two obvious. It's obviously it's two physical bodies,
Right.
and I feel like it's one consciousness.
It is.
So, but it's not, also not one consciousness in the same way because the other one is still like they're still like a subconscious to them, and we see it with the dreams. So, because I
Mhm.
was thinking like, wait a minute, because it's really it was kind of like warping my brain because the one consciousness would that mean that so they would share the same memories but they actually don't share the same memories because there's scenes where one of them wakes up and they see what the other one was doing and they get upset so but what I mean is like they each have a dream from what happens to the other one when the other one is active. So Demi Moore has a quick little dream where you see the guy on the motorcycle
Mhm.
because at that time the other one, Sue, was hooking up with the guy on the motorcycle. And then that's how she kind of recognizes him later on. And
Right.
then Sue has basically like the subconscious dream about the chicken leg coming out of
Right.
her because at that time Demi Moore's character when she was active was eating all that food. So
Mhm.
it's like they kind of experience what the other person is doing when they're active, but in this like subconscious nightmare dream kind of they don't fully know what they're doing, but they're kind of experiencing it in a, like a nightmarish way.
Okay. Okay. In a way, I kind of saw it the same way as you, but it's like at the beginning, when she just got born, I guess. Um, I didn't expect her to automatically do the process, you know? I first thought that she was gonna be like, oh, I'm young and beautiful again. Kick this piece of crap out of here, you know? But she actually went through with it. And once they were still switching, they did have the same, it was like one mind. Like they knew
You
when
know,
she was
in a
like
way, yeah.
like in the beginning they knew what each other was doing, like if they were one. And but yeah, after she got more successful, Sue, and started getting greedy. That's kind of like she split her personality in a way, but it's still her because when it's Demi Moore, she doesn't want to give it up because she knows Sue is her and she wants to be young, successful. She never,
I
that's why
don't
every time
I
she calls, she doesn't say to stop.
Yeah, I don't think they fully know what each other is doing at any time. I just think it's like this weird little like telekinetic connection in a way, but it's
Mhm.
not they're not fully knowing what they're doing just because of the scenes where they come back and they find what the other person did. If they fully knew what they were doing, they would already know that like, oh, she made
Right,
a mess with all this food or so
right.
it's like a weird little connection where it's like they really are two different people to the point where they even have two different names. But there is this like connection. And you know what it made me think of? I was trying to think of like a comparison. Remember the movie Looper?
Yeah,
Remember the one guy who he was in the beginning. It was Paul Dano's character. His older version was there the same time as him,
right.
and when his older version was like getting cut up, it was happening to his younger or no, reverse that. When his younger version was getting cut up, his older version was also getting affected. I feel
Yeah,
like it's kind of like the same idea where it's like it's it's the two people, but they have their own consciousness going on and
yeah.
but there's still that connection where if something happens to one it's also kind of happening to the other like that's kind of what it reminded me of in a
Yeah.
weird way to like compare it
And
to
you
something.
and you actually see that physically when she takes that extra day and she
Hmm.
has that finger, the old
Hmm.
finger, and was
And
like,
that should have been that was that's the part of the movie where it's like you gotta stop girl but she
you
can't
gotta
stop,
stop
she
or it's
gotta
gonna get
keep it
worse.
going.
But
Yeah.
of
And
course,
you know at that point it's just gonna progress to
of
to, to
course.
get to get bad.
But when the scene where Demi Moore wakes up, she just screams, "No!"
Hmm.
I expected worse than
Hmm.
what she came out with because her scream, it made it sound like it was way worse.
Hmm.
And I couldn't help but just think, oh, she's an old witch.
Yeah,
You know?
not quite there, but they get there soon. And
Oh yeah.
I
But like
mean, man,
he looked like that crazy witch that's half old, like gray hair and whatnot.
I'm
And
pretty sure this movie won Best Makeup. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure I know it
I
won. I
could
think it won an
come
award, and
on.
I mean the makeup in this is just superb.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah.
won one Oscar. Let's see what it won an Oscar for.
Might
I'm
just be
pretty sure it was
cinematography.
makeup. I actually love the way that this movie looks too.
I know.
It's very stylized, but in a good way.
Very
Yeah, it
modern Art
won
Deco.
makeup and hairstyling it won for, and then it was nominated for four more Oscars. So Best
Best
Picture, Best
Picture.
Directing, Best Actress Lead Role, and Best Screenplay.
Okay.
So five total and won one. Which again, for a horror movie, man, like hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, this movie's set in Los Angeles. True or false? Did they film in Los Angeles?
They didn't film in LA.
No, it was actually France. They do
Huh.
a pretty good job of making it look like Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because the filmmaker's actually she's French, and yeah, they filmed this in France, and they did a good job, capturing
I
that
think that
that spirit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, ever since that opening frame, I mean, they just do such a good, simple way of just showing you what's going on, but also like the shot composition, it works so well, where it's like a transition from
Hmm.
like the eggs to like the star,
Yeah.
and the camera work is very clean and neat and
It
works
is.
so
It
well.
is. It's so also bright.
Hmm.
It's very
Very colorful.
colorful. Huh?
Hmm.
It's very colorful and I like that. And it just it all I could think was Kubrick all the time in each
And
scene.
then when you brought that up, I also thought, when you think of the substance, what I think they do really good with this movie, when you think of the substance, which is what the movie's about, it's about this black market drug that
Yeah.
they basically use, and it's never explained who these people are. It's never really explained how this stuff really works, and you never need it. And it made me think of Hitchcock. Basically, the substance is a MacGuffin. It's just
Right.
a plot device to move everything forward, and that's all it
Okay.
is. And it
Okay.
works
Yeah.
perfectly. You don't
Yeah.
need to explain anything. That I could see maybe like an Americanized remake of this showing more of like the people behind the scenes, but It's you don't care about them. That doesn't matter.
I
It's
don't
the
think it
story about
mattered.
this. It's a story about this aging actress, and there's a lot of really great themes going on in this movie. There's the idea of like, losing your relevancy. There's obviously the,
Yeah.
wanting to hold on to youth or recapture your youth. And
Hmm.
there's a lot of really great themes that, people can definitely relate
Oh
to.
yeah.
And
I mean,
I thought of
Demi
a great
Moore looked
tagline
great
too.
too for her age.
No, I mean, yeah, you see a lot more of her than I was expecting to when I saw this
Same
in
here.
theaters. And Margaret Qualley, not too bad either. But yeah, yeah, I think like a good tagline would have been something like, would you destroy yourself for fame? That's kind of like the idea because that's basically
Right.
what she does.
Yeah.
She's literally destroying herself just for
That's the
these
same thing
moments.
as if the whole Hollywood plastic surgery thing, the make yourself younger and younger and younger, and then
Hmm.
it's just destroying your body in the process.
Yeah,
That's another
it's
thing to compare it to.
how far
And
will you go to keep that alive? And
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's a simple story, but it's done so well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And oh my God, it's just wow. The the first time it activates and she's coming out of them more.
Hmm.
I don't know. I really liked how that process was. It was very simple, but it was like you're feeling it in a way.
Oh yeah, you definitely squirm a lot throughout this movie,
Yeah.
multiple times. Anytime she put the needle in that little part of her back, you're just like, ugh. And then when it gets progressively more disgusting, just
That just reminded me
ugh.
of like Wrecking of a Dream,
Or remember what was that one movie?
Mhm.
The video game one, the David Cronenberg video game, Existence
Existence.
or yeah, where they
Yeah.
would put the port in their
Yeah.
lower back as well.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
No,
just like ugh, like discolored purple and
that
yeah, but
that
yeah,
when whatever she was taking out, it almost to me it's like, oh, you're taking spinal fluid out or something like that and inject it into yourself.
I
Uh,
think that's what it was. Yeah,
right? Spinal fluid?
yeah, I think that's what it was.
Well, that's another thing. When she emerged, I don't know why I wanted to think, oh, it's gonna be like a younger version of Elizabeth, right? Still being her, not someone completely different.
Yeah, that's maybe the one thing that I wasn't 100% sure of is this what Elizabeth actually looked like when she was in her 20s, or is this because they
Right,
had two different eye colors, so
right,
I don't think that's like what she actually looked like in her 20s. I think this was like a different form of her.
right. Yeah, yeah. Like I, I think I would have liked like a younger version of her, but then yeah, the because essentially it's like you're cloning yourself in a way.
And you know what's funny is I don't think I'm making this up. I'm pretty sure this is true.
Mhm.
I think the Original idea was that so Margaret Qualley, her mom is actually an actress.
Mhm.
Andy Mc, I think it's Andy McDowell. You've seen Groundhog Day. Remember the main
Yeah,
actress from Groundhog Day? That's
vaguely.
Margaret Qualley's that's Margaret Qualley's mom, and she's been in other stuff.
Hmm.
And I think the idea was like she would play Elizabeth, and then her daughter would play Sue. I, I just
That would
think
have
that'd be
been
so
cool.
weird. I mean, I guess some people would be okay with it, but be like butt ass naked with your mom
Well,
on set. I
without
don't
the
know. That'd be
nudity
kind of weird.
part, sure, but
No,
it's
but
the
like the idea would be
resemblance
cool
part.
because right, the resemblance part. But
The
I
resemblance
don't
part would have
know.
been cool, but like even just an actress that looked like Demi Moore, like just younger version of it, like that would have been cool. Just like it's like, oh, you're cl literally cloning yourself, but they made it different. I was like, all right, it's a literally different person, different personality,
No,
all that
Chris, they are
stuff, that
one. They are
connection.
one. They are one.
You are one. Remember, there is no she and there's no you. You're one.
You are one.
And then as man, as Demi Moore progressed worse and worse with that final version of her
Hmm. What did
before
you think when you saw that monstrosity? When she looks in the mirror and the boyfriend's on the other side, and you finally see what she looks like with the
with the hum.
yeah,
Yeah, I was like, damn.
right.
It's the fact that she still in a way composed herself after saying fuck off to
Hmm.
the guy. And like she still ends up, you know, running out of there and I didn't expect her just to have like strength to move around at that point.
Hmm.
And when every time her like joints cracking and everything, like, oh damn.
You see her saggy boobies, and she just like is running down that one hallway and just like trips and falls, and you just
Yeah.
see all the wrinkly, and you're just like, oh God.
Yeah. But it was like, damn. And then I thought it was kind of funny that because at that point she has to cover up everything. She looks like literally an old lady going
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and everything. Like, okay. Uh oh, when she asked for the termination uh
Hmm.
uh liquid
Hmm.
and she regrets it at that point. Like, okay, there's that mentality thing, like it is you. You still want that,
Hmm.
even though she's completely different from you, but it's that fundamental thing that it's still you. And when they both real are awake at the same time, like, whoa, like, can you imagine that looking at your older self
Hmm. Not
or
even your older self. You're
your
looking at
younger
like
self,
a
better version of you?
well, just like for Margaret Qualley, she'd be looking at like, she's already knows what the other version looks like, but now she's seeing like the friggin', monstrosity that
That
has
she caused.
become, yeah. And then she sees the termination thing, and then she gets pissed and
And
literally whoops the shit out of her.
I was like, where the hell did her strength come from? She literally kicked her and she flies across the room.
Yeah, she has a better version, so I guess she's much stronger too. But yeah, that poor Demi Moore just getting the crap kicked out of her until literally is gone, and then Sue realizes like,
I
uh-oh,
just
I'm
killed
done
my
so.
source.
Right. Yeah.
And
And she's basically on borrowed time at that point.
yeah, and now she slowly progressed from that, from like the tooth falling out,
Mm-hmm.
next to the other tooth. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And then the ear. I didn't expect the ear to fall off. Like that was okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
uh when she goes for the activator again,
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling it was gonna be worse. It's like you're cloning yourself from another clone.
Of course it
And
was gonna be worse.
yeah. And as soon as you see like the multiple eyes, oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought she was gonna come out with way worse, but it was still pretty bad.
I mean, I think what we see is
Pretty bad.
yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Monstro Eliza shoe or whatever they called her.
yeah, Lizard shoe.
Yeah. I mean,
But I was
what a design that thing was, man.
holy crap. Of course, there's only one other movie that came to mind, and it's because of you.
Society?
Yep, exactly. Because of society. But uh the the way that was designed, it was like her face and then Sue's face in the back,
Hmm. Hmm.
permanently like
And you see like the little lips of like other
other
faces and
versions of herself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I was like, you know
it's
what
pretty
also
wild.
reminded me of Alien Resurrection.
Oh, right, because the Sigourney Weaver
Uh-huh.
clone that's all messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And then at that point she's thinking like, I'm a monster. I'm gonna go out the way I want.
No, I think at that point she kept saying, it's me. So I think she's still like, I don't know, trying
She's
to like
in,
beg and plead.
yeah, but she's also like in denial that she's become this monstrosity. She's still putting her earrings on, put literally stabs the earring in,
Hmm.
and then the lipstick. I didn't expect the giant cutout of Elizabeth.
Yeah. It's a great
Okay.
visual.
When you first see her going through the hallway, it was like, what? And then
Hmm.
then it clicked, oh, okay, she's envisioning it.
Mm.
And when she gets literally on stage, I was like, how does the audience not see this? What is happening? Are they all in
Also,
shock? Or do
this is
they think
also
it's a
the
joke?
this is the weirdest New Year's Eve live show ever. It makes no sense what is going on. There's like
Right.
kids in the crowd, but there's like topless burlesque dancers running
Yeah.
around. It just like which I think plays into the aesthetic of this like weird kind of movie that it is,
Yeah.
where
Like
like certain
that
things don't
Clockwork
really,
Orange.
yeah, it's like certain it's like a universe where everyone's equilibrium's off just a little bit and
Right.
people act kind of oddly and like yeah, like in what world does like people watch a live New Year's Eve stream on this like 50 million people and there's like topless dancers running around? But I think it just plays into the kind of, I mean, it's a French director, so I think it kind of plays into that, just like
Yes, but
craziness.
still, it was very odd. But I like Dennis Quaid's line, like, "Oh, I made her myself. Like I made her
Hmm.
for success." Like, okay, that's kind of funny,
Yeah.
But at the very, very end, how it ends on a bookmark,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you see Demi Moore's like final, oh, I'm a
Hmm.
star, and she just fades away into nothing. It's
And
very
then you
sad.
It is sad. No, it's a sad ending. And then you kind of notice that the star is even more cracked than it was in the opening.
Mhm.
Because when they do the little time lapse in the opening, it goes from
Right.
beautiful, and then there's like one little crack.
And then a
And then
couple
by the
more.
end, after the sweeper, there's like, yeah, multiple cracks.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the symbolism there too. And it did. The amount of blood in that, that scene.
And I think that plays into the whole idea of just like the mind games that some people play of just like, well, I'll fix it this way, and it just gets worse and worse.
Hmm.
Kind of like you said, like plastic surgery. Like the
Yeah.
more plastic surgery you get, and then you're like, well, if I do this another one, then it'll look better, but it really doesn't.
And it just
And
gets
it's
worse
that
and worse.
mentality of just like you're digging your hole even deeper, or you're in
Mhm.
quicksand, and the more you
Exactly.
fight it, you're gonna go even farther down. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I just I don't think you can unfortunately flip it at that point. I think it's too far gone.
Okay. Okay. No, it was just an ending that I saw before the actual monstrosity coming on.
Mm,
But uh but I did like the ending, even though it's very sad. But I like it. Like in conclusion, I really like this story. Like I said, it's simple, it's very easy to follow, and you are on the edge of your seat in certain times, especially with the injections and whatnot. Um, I like the substance company, I guess you would call it. How everything was very particular. It was very, very secretive. Um, but I like the idea of it's a old beat up warehouse, but inside is clean,
hmm.
and you get your refills.
Hmm.
Right. It's very, very pleasant to look at this movie. It looks really good.
Well, it's very pleasant to look at until it's not pleasant to look
Oh,
at.
true. Yeah. That yeah.
But
But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. All right.
well, I'm glad you finally were able to watch it. After I saw it, man, I was recommending it to everybody. I'm sure if I go back to our text history, I'm sure I even sent it to you. Like, hey, man, you gotta check this one out. But yeah, after I saw this in theaters, I was texting a lot of people, just like, man, you gotta watch this movie. It's wild. Even my one buddy who isn't really into horror, for some reason, he went and saw it, and he texted me the same night I saw it. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching right now. But I was like, it's beautiful. So yeah. But man, I remember how big it was in the like even the song Pump It Up. I hear it at like
Yeah, of
sporting events now. Like I'll be watching a sports game and they'll be using that song. It became a big thing. So
course it did.
yeah, Chris, you gotta make sure you gotta go
Yeah.
pump it up now. Thanks everybody for hanging out as we well, by the time this comes out, it'll be October, so happy October, everybody. We'll be
Mhm.
closer to Halloween, and make sure to like and subscribe. Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? Are you into all the body horror and all the gore, or are you just in it for the nudity?
Cut print. Moving on.